Welcome back, folks. It's another episode from the Whiskey Voyager. I'm Tom. If you haven't come to my channel before, then welcome. I review whiskey from around the world, whether it be single malt Scotch, blended Scotch, Japanese whiskey, Irish whiskey, American whiskey, bourbon, or any suggestions that you send in to me in the comment section. Then I'm happy to try to find and review if I can get my hands on it. But today we've got something really special. This is a coastal Highland Scotch, one I really enjoy, called Clynelish 14. This is their 14-year version from coastal Highland. They started in 1819, which was actually a few years before Scotch whiskey was made legal. So this was an illegal distillery that they were operating for a few years before, in I believe it was 1823. Scotch was made legal to produce and sell in the UK. So this is a pretty tasty one here. This is at the site, if you're not familiar with the company, Clynelish was started at the site of the old Brora distillery, which was actually started at the original site of Clynelish. So they've gone back and forth, but Brora is no longer in operation right now, although there's talk of Diageo possibly bringing them back in the near future. So that'll be something to look out for. But this one it's very nice. This is not a sherried whiskey. This is aged in oak barrels for 14 years. These will be ex-bourbon casks for this. And it's quite a tasty one. I really suggest looking out for this one. If you can find it, then it's worth giving a try. Give it a little taste here. And this one, just want to mention, this is bottled at 46% ABV, which is great. This is an integrity bottling, at least ABV wise. If it's below that, they're adding quite a bit of water to bring down the ABV. So the cask strength would be anywhere from 55 to high 60s in ABV. And then that's brought down with water to around 46%. But if it's brought down any more than that, then they're really trying to spread that barrel so that it's going to make, lots and lots of bottles that they can sell. And they're adding quite a bit of water. So 46% or higher is really great for the integrity of the bottling. We're also looking to see if it was chill filtered and if natural color was used or artificial caramel coloring was added. So on this one, if we look at the label on the bottle, it does have an age statement, which is great, 14 years, 46% ABV, which is good. However, it doesn't say if caramel coloring was added, so unfortunately we can assume some caramel coloring, though probably not too much, but some was added to this. Additionally, chill filtering was likely used. Yep, here's the case for it, the holder. So when I review whiskey, then I always look out for the quality and integrity, and those characteristics are what are going to give it a higher score out of 10. I'm also looking at the price of it and how good of a deal it is. If this bottle cost $1,000, then it would be extremely overpriced, but of course it's not. It doesn't cost that much. For me, it cost me around $70. The prices will vary depending on where you live, which state you're in. But here in California, this cost me about $70. So the price is not bad for this one. So we can get up to 10 points. 10 out of 10 would be, a steal. This would be, if this cost, $20, then I would give it 10 out of 10. It would be a ridiculously good price. But this cost around 70. So I'll keep that in mind. And then finally, the most important one is the palate and the nose. So how does it taste and how does it smell? And that can receive a score of up to 80 points. So if you add that all together, a perfect score would be 100. But I take all of those parts into consideration. So let's see how the nose is. Fairly light on the nose. Definitely some honey on there. Some lighter fruits. I'm getting maybe some apples. Maybe a little bit of lemon. Fairly light touch of vanilla. Yeah, quite a nice, it's a fairly gentle nose, but it's quite pleasant. Let's give it a taste. This one is nice and rich and creamy. It has a good mouthfeel. So when we talk about mouthfeel, we're talking about what's the viscosity? How thick in the mouth is it? Is it like a thick syrup, or is it thin, almost as thin as water? And this is definitely towards the thicker side, so it really coats the mouth. It's a rich flavor, plenty of apples and pears, a little bit of lemon, good amount of vanilla. It's got some good fruitiness to it. A little bit of spice to it. Yeah, some people have talked about some peatiness and some smoke to it. This is a very lightly peated whiskey, though I'm not really detecting much of that, to be honest. This is not anything like a Laphroaig or a Lagavulin or Ardbeg, those really well-known, classic, heavily peated scotches. So there might be a little bit in the background, but it's really barely noticeable in terms of the peat and smoke on this one. It's also got some good floral notes, plenty of kind of wildflowers. This is a coastal Highland whiskey, so it's got that kind of sea breeze, wildflower sort of freshness to it, which is nice. Plenty of honey. It's very creamy, sweet, and it has a very nice finish to it, really malty finish, so that barley really comes forward, the sweet malted barley in the finish. So it's a medium length finish, but it's a very nice one. So overall, I really enjoy this one. It's a move away from some of the sherried whiskies that I'll be reviewing in the future, and the Aberlour sherried whiskey that I reviewed a couple of videos ago. But this one is very nice. So I have a rating scale here. And so for the taste and nose, I'm going to give it a 74 out of 80. And for the price, about $70 for this bottle. It is a 14-year, so it's not quite an entry-level price point. It's a little bit of step up. I'm going to give that 8 out of 10. I think it's quite well priced for what you're getting. And then finally, the quality and integrity. It's going to get points for an age statement. It will also get points for being 46% or higher ABV, but it won't get full points because it's likely chill filtering. There'll be some caramel color added, but overall, a fairly good job. So I'll give that a 7 out of 10. If we add that all up, that'll be 89 out of 100. We write that out here for you. Good solid score from a coastal Highland single malt Scotch, Clynelish 14. So there you have it. If you can find a bottle, I definitely recommend picking up a bottle or two. I think you'll enjoy it. Not super expensive, but not a complete, total bargain either. 89 out of 100. Look forward to seeing you again pretty soon. Next time I'll be reviewing Balvenie 14 Caribbean cask, finished in a rum cask. Really exciting whiskey, so look forward to seeing you soon. All right, see you folks.